yeah, I'll just switch it around. Hello, we're the girl and boy currently in your headphones and talk all down. This is your girl Sharon.
This is your boy Justin.
And we talk all things down to their bare.
That's not how the fuck. Hello, we're the boy and girl currently in your headphones and talk all things down to their bare bones. This is your boy Justin.
And this is your Sharon girl.
Okay, that was intentional.
Yeah, this is your girl Sharon.
Hello, this is the fourth podcast and of the Bare Bones podcast. This is the fourth episode. And do you know what the title's gonna be?
The title will be, I don't know. There's so many things happening today. Today's National Women's Day.
Oh yeah, fucking lame. I seen that shit around like where we go to school, and it's.
Today is my 2-year anniversary with my boyfriend.
Okay.
My lovely fucking boyfriend.
What day is it for me? For me, it's a Friday.
It's a regular old Friday.
What the hell?
We're not recording in the room we usually do.
Yeah, this is not our regular recording studio. We purposely got this, what is this? This is like a spare room?
Like a group study room.
Yeah, we got like a college thing, and then we got like a thing, so we got a room.
Yeah, it was free, and I have shit to do today, obviously. It's my anniversary, so I'm like, we can't record at my place. I got shit to do.
Yeah, so like, we're just recording here. And like, I don't know, I kind of like this place. It seems like a cool...
I like it, but I don't like these random noises.
Well, I don't know, the room's a little echoey for my taste, but like, honestly, I think it's going to be turning out fine in the recording.
You think you could... No, there's no way to fix the echo.
Yes, yeah, I
Is
can.
there?
Yeah. Well, like, I can't like completely eliminate the problem, but I could do things to it. I could like help it. It's like putting makeup on. It's just like, it's not going to fix your ugly face. It's just going to not make it as bad. I wasn't talking to you.
I know, because I don't wear makeup.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about how it fixed your face when I put makeup on you.
Okay. Ouch.
I'm kidding.
No, it's fine. I don't know. I'm not really into makeup.
Of course not.
Why
would you be?
No, I mean like I'm not in when other people wear makeup.
Okay, get it, boyfriend.
Okay.
Girlfriend.
That voice irritates me.
I know. It irritates like almost anyone.
Yeah, but like...
I think Jiraiya does the best Valley Girl.
He does.
Valley Girl voice.
But,
fucking slay it, Justin.
God, stop. I don't know. I'm just not super into when, girls wear makeup. Because I don't really like it. Because, like, when I, like, kiss you, I don't want, like immense amount of plastic to rub off and come off me.
Makeup isn't plastic.
Well, like, it feels like it. You ever, like, try to kiss a Barbie doll and, like, the stuff, like, goes off on you?
Kind of cheap-ass fucking Chinese motherfucking side of the sidewalk shit you be buying. What kind of Barbie shit?
Okay, so you're getting on me for the fact that, like, it's super cheap, but not the fact that I said that I attempted to kiss a Barbie doll.
I was gonna get to that, but then you said it rubbed off on your lips, and I'm like, what?
I don't know. Like, I heard that happen to people.
Yeah, I mean, if you put acetone on it.
What's acetone?
Nail polish remover.
What's nail polish remover?
Nail polish removes nail polish.
What's nail polish?
Nail polish is something that women and some men put on their fingernails. I've also seen dogs. It happened to dogs and animals.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, like, pet owners love their pets so much they go out of their way to either find something that's safe to put on their pet's nails, or they're just like, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna put some of my own on them. We'll be twinsies.
That sounds like a thing stupid people would do.
Well, who do you think came up with the idea to do it?
Stupid people?
Exactly. I want this podcast, this title or just name to be, I don't know, campfire stories. Because I want us to tell stories.
Okay.
Stories is like, everybody tells stories. They're so entertaining.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm real good at telling stories, you know.
Oh my god, like this one time at this thing we host in the high school, Justin thought it was a clever idea to pull out his SpongeBob underwear.
Okay, for those of you who haven't heard, and for those of you who had, I'm going to tell it to you again. I started off as a stand-up comedian, and my first story, my first bit, my first set was about a story about me peeing myself in the 3rd grade. And That was my first stand-up routine. I went up and I told people that it was third grade. It was last period, and I needed to go pee. But so I asked the teacher, "May I pee?" And she's like, "I don't know. Can you?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Point is, she didn't let me go pee. And then when the guy asked to go get water, he was able to get water. It was a huge thing. Basically, it ended up with the dam just fucking breaking. I peed myself. And then, like, there was this cute girl not next to me, in front of me. And, like, she just stood up. She was like, "Justin's peeing." And then all I could do was, like, stand up and say, "It's apple juice, I swear." But then it turns out that we didn't have apple juice that day. And my pants fell down simultaneously. And, it was my SpongeBob underwear, and I whipped that out during the performance, during the stand-up routine. I just pulled out the same SpongeBob underwear, and now it's pictographed and framed on a wall in our school, and nobody fucking notices.
Oh my god, I feel like that wall is so ignored.
It is, but it's like also lets me get my underwear on that wall. Like, I point that shit out to people, and, like, they're so confused.
You actually rehashed a memory of mine when I peed on myself in kindergarten.
Okay.
So I was raised a very sweet kid, Tampa, Florida, of all the crazy motherfuckers that like to, hit it, boost themselves up with bath salts. It's the norm.
Okay.
So, I was in class, and this was the time where I was super shy in class, so my mom would always walk me. And occasionally look through the window behind the bushes. It's not weird.
Wait.
She actually did that.
I know your mother. That seems like a thing your mother would do, but did she do that?
She did. She did that for like maybe 2 or 3 days, but it was for me. She stayed there for like a little while, and then when she saw I was okay, she left because she knew that I was one of those kids to freak out in the middle of class and be like, "I want my mom." I've done that. I did that. And it broke my heart because I was so attached to her. But the point of the story is peeing. So, I was raised knowing all the rules in class. I followed all the rules. I was a goody two-shoes. I still kind of am considered one to all my friends. So, I asked the teacher, can I please go to the bathroom? And she didn't hear me because she was dealing with so many other little annoying kids doing a bunch of crazy shit. I think one of them was like hugging her leg screaming. It was chaotic.
That's like the kind of shit that happens in movies when they really want the kids to be snotty. There's always one hugging someone's leg.
Yeah, and you know what else also happens in movies, Justin?
What?
Your pants fall down simultaneously out of nowhere so your underwear can be shown. And just happens to be the day you wear your SpongeBob underwear.
No, I wore them every day.
Every day? God. No wonder they had like a streak mark on them.
Well, I still wear the same pair of underwear every day. I've been wearing my Lucky Ones for like the past month. It hasn't been working. I might have soiled them a bit.
Yeah.
But
Okay, back to the story. So I asked the teacher, "Can I please go to the bathroom?" I'm a little kid. I always listened when the teacher said yes or no. I wasn't one to just walk out of there and go to the bathroom by myself. Even though the door was open, she didn't need to open it at all. I kept on asking her, and then I began to cry. I was crying. I'm like, "I need to go to the bathroom right now. We're gonna pee." And she still wasn't paying attention to me. And it could be because since I was shy, I was very quiet. I don't know if she heard me. And then out of nowhere, I started bawling out in tears and crying very loudly, and I peed myself. It was the most embarrassing thing ever. And at that moment and that moment only is when everything got quiet and she finally realized, holy shit, this kid was asking to use the bathroom. I was so embarrassed.
What grade was this?
This was like such an early memory. Oh my god, it was maybe 2nd grade, 3rd? I can't believe I remember this. Maybe it's just like so traumatizing. Yeah, that's a thing I do. I made that word up. I swear it's a word, so I'm gonna keep on using it. It was traumatizing. So they called the office. My mom came, and I couldn't stop crying the whole time. I'm like, I need to call. I was one of those kids to breathe back that much.
Oh God.
Yeah, they didn't understand a fucking word I was saying. It sounded like Morse code. If you could hear Morse code. What do you mean you can? Yeah.
Yeah, but damn.
And I went home, and I still didn't stop crying, because I told my mom the whole story. Like, "Mom, she didn't let me go pee."
That seems like something you would do.
It was terrible. I remember it. Oh, this reminds me of another time. Our school's like an outdoor school, so it's not a close. I don't know how to explain this. So imagine a box. That's one classroom. You leave the door. As soon as you open that door, you're outside. You're outside, and you walk on this little sidewalk pavement that connects to every classroom.
Are you talking about our school?
No, I'm talking about my elementary school. You walk on this pavement.
Okay.
And the sidewalks that connect to every classroom to get to your next class. And we all walked in a line in front of the teacher. I remember my first or second day in, I think, first grade. No, it was I don't even remember. But I was walking down the sidewalk to get to class, and the people who worked there were like, I'm sorry, you can't go any further, ma'am. Your child has to go on her own to class. I think I was walking with a lady or I was going alone. I don't know. Jesus, this is why kids get raped. Anywho, I was walking down the hallway and I stopped midway. I looked around. My mom was gone. I think I stayed so far behind that if there was a lady in front of me leading me to class, she was gone. It's okay. And I started crying. And I was freaking out. This isn't the first time it's happened. I also got lost at an airport. I'm so prone to crying.
Wait. Okay. Like airport?
I think it was either an airport or it was here in New York because I revisited there lately. I'm like, this looks oddly familiar and traumifying. The PA bus terminals, the buses that go to New Jersey and stuff.
Yeah.
It looked familiar. I swear, I felt like I got lost there at one point. So it was either an airport or that place. Horrifying.
I'd blame that on the parents. Like airport. Come on, dude. It's fine if it's like at a school or whatever. You can't fucking lose your kid in an airport.
Yeah, that's why I'm starting to think maybe it wasn't an airport. 'Cause she was so careful with me.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I never cried out over like losing my family. Like, I would always see kids like be like, "Oh, mom," I'd just be like, "God damn it, jeez."
Yeah, you're probably one of those kids who lose the mom and be like, "Finally, I'm free."
No, I just really wouldn't care. But like, one time when I was a kid, they took me to the beach. It was Coney Island. I'm not sure if it was okay to name drop a place, but everyone knows that place. It was Coney Island. I was around 7 years old. And they set up really far from the water. And I wasn't sure if that was because they're just those kind of people or it was just like a crowded day. Point is, they just like didn't want to set up next to the water. And but I wanted to go to the water, but like I couldn't on my own, obviously. So like someone's building a sandcastle. Someone's like, "Hey Justin, can you go get us water from the ocean?" And I was like, "Sure, bro." And like someone decided, I believe it was my 13-year-old sister. She just decided that it was a good idea to send a 7-year-old to the water. And then I got the water and I came back and I was like, "Where are they? I lost them." So.
Oh shit! I know what that's like.
I forgot where, because like this is the time where my perception of place isn't that strong yet. So I wasn't able to find them. And then I just kept on running around the beach with like some water in my hand. And I kept on thinking I found them, but they turned out to be some other family. And then for a majority of that time, I forgot what my mother looked like. I'm like, who am I looking for? What does she look like? And I sat down, and for 5 minutes, I kept on trying to remember what she looked like. I know she didn't have brown hair. She didn't have blonde hair.
She definitely had hair.
I was like, God damn it. But, eventually a lifeguard found me, and, like, I rode in those little, like, boogies, like, those, like, sand boogies they have. Mm-hmm. And, like, we kept on, like, running around the place trying to find my parents. He was like, "Is that him? No. Is that him? No." And then eventually, I was about to give up and then just, like, live there for the next couple years until I saw my family, like, going, like, in the showers, in, like, the public showers, like, about to leave.
Wow. It took you that long? And they were, like, not worried to find you?
Well, I don't know what their thought process was. Like, I'm pretty sure they explained it to me, but I was so young I couldn't really understand. All I saw was like them getting cleaned up at the showers, and I don't know what they were gonna do because they know I was on the beach.
Man.
So
For
yeah.
all you know, you could be with another family that's like, oh, a kid? Oh, he's alright? Yeah, sure, we'll take another fucking kid.
I don't know what their thought process was, and I don't know if anything happened to that, but essentially I was able to get there. But I was disappointed because like I missed my entire beach day because it's just like
It took you that long to find them?
yeah, they were nowhere near. Like I spent like hours and hours. It was getting like dark and shit.
I can't. Seriously, I'm worried. Just why didn't your parents look for you sooner?
They couldn't find me and I couldn't find them. I don't know if they looked. I actually never asked them.
Oh my God.
But essentially, yeah, they were just in the showers when I found them.
That leads me on to like another story.
Okay.
Story time.
Okay.
I was at the beach and I was with my cousin Ollie and my best friend Gio. And we all decided, hey, let's go. Me and my cousin Ollie decided, hey, let's swim as far as we fucking can for no reason. Okay. No reason is all. Like, it's kind of like competitive. It's always been competitive between me and my cousin, who gets the remote first. If someone's got the remote, who can beat the shit out of the other one more, so that that person gives it up and I can watch what I want. Because he liked Disney XD, and I liked Cartoon Network. I wasn't about to watch some Disney XD shit.
I watch a lot of Disney XD shit.
The only thing I like on Disney XD is Gravity Falls and Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Those are great.
What is even on Disney XD?
Exactly. But Kick Buttowski?
Oh God, Kick Buttowski. I hated that show.
Yes.
I keep on bringing that, like, people bring that show up to me and they're like, oh, it was such a good show, like, it was so funny. And I was like, what the fuck did you see in that?
I really disliked it. There been a bunch of other shit that I don't remember. Oh, they had Kicking It with You.
That sounds familiar, but I don't remember it.
Yeah. And Sweet Life on Deck with Zach and Cody. I like that.
Oh yeah, that shit
on deck, and then in like the regular hotel.
Sweet Life. Yeah. Sweet Life was by far the better series.
I enjoyed both of them.
I don't know, like Sweet Life on Deck kind of lost my interest because they kept on trying to do all these things. And, like, oh, Bailey, and then, like, okay, but Bailey was hot. Like, no lie. Like, I think I was, like, 14 years old. That was, like, prime time.
Oh, my God.
Anyways.
Back to the story. So, we were at the beach, decided to swim as far as we can, and Gio's there, like, hey, yeah, sure, let's go, guys. And I was like, okay, 3, 2, 1. Me and my cousin are so focused on going as far as we can, we didn't realize that Gio's on the shore, like, just hasn't started at all, because he's smart. He's thinking, those two are stupid as fuck, bro. He's staring the whole time. So we swim as far as we can, and we get to the point where we're both tired. I don't know who made it farther. I don't know if he remembers at all either. And if I ask him, he'll probably be like, oh, I definitely made it farther. Fucking butt white. But anywho, we started to we were tired. We couldn't swim back. And then we started to drown. And it was terrifying. Yeah. Because we were tired, out of breath. The waves are pushing us back further because it's at the point where the current of the water is stopping us from returning. And we're both trying to play cool, like, oh, yeah, we're fine. Let's keep swimming. I kept swimming. I went up for air, and I got like a mouthful, at least 5 mouthfuls I tried, of dirty beach water. This was at Rockaway Beach.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the shore, and Gio's still there. He's standing. I'm like, yeah. It was terrible. He's just standing there like, well, this is how I lose a best friend.
I have a similar experience to that. One time we were at the beach at Rockaway, and like you guys wouldn't like be in the water a lot. You guys would just like play in the sand.
Was this a hot day or like?
Like this was like summer where we went there quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Basically, me and Jiraiya were just like in the water the entire time, and we gotten pretty far. But like, Jiraiya, for those who don't remember, was appeared on the second episode of the podcast. Taz, he's a big guy, right?
Yeah.
Like he's stronger than I am. I'm kind of a fragile, not fragile, but kind of.
Yeah, that's
more like what's that say? Petite than him.
Yes.
I don't think that's
You're
the right
like,
word. I'm more
frail.
I know, but there's a word for it.
I know there is.
Point is, I'm smaller. I'm very smaller.
Yes, you are.
Scrawny. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm way more scrawny than he is. But essentially, he started to lose control because the waves was getting to him. Like, the waves were pulling him back the same.
That's why I didn't go in the water. I remember the waves were crazy that day.
No, but like this was a point where like me and Jari were just like hanging out. We were in the same space, but like the thing was getting him out of control. So do you imagine what that would do to a scrawny boy like me? Like there was a point where like I just accepted this is where I die. This is where I die. But it was like it kept on pulling me more and more. And this is like one of the first times I really experienced something like that. And like he wasn't sure if he was gonna make it, so I wasn't sure if he was gonna make it.
Oh my god.
But the lifeguard kept on screaming at us, come back, and I'll be like, I would if I could. And then, fortunately, I was able to ride a wave back. Like, it pushed me just enough for me to, like just really struggle and get back.
You motherfuckers were swimming close to the rocks, I remember. Because we set up base camp around the rocks.
Yeah, but it's just, like, Dry, like, was talking to me after that, like, I wasn't sure if you were going to be able to live. Because, like, I wasn't going to be able to get you.
Yeah, and that's why I stay out of the water with the others. I wasn't about to drown again. It's the loneliest feeling.
Well, it's just, like, at least we drowned together, I don't know, it's just, like, I'm one of the most experienced swimmers in my family, but I'm not a very experienced swimmer. It's because, like, my family can't swim. They don't like to swim. They just don't do it. But I was the only person who knows how to and like was able to get the hang of it.
Yeah. You started off with like a doggy paddle, or did they just throw you in the water and like good luck?
Oh no, Jiraiya just like threw me in there.
Oh.
And he was like, just do it, and then I did.
Yeah, it's like a reflex. It's a thing that your body's like, okay, we're gonna fucking do this because you're not about to die.
Yeah, it's the fight or flight.
Yes,
like
that's
thing.
What it is.
Yeah. Your brain has like a certain part. I think it's like right here. For people who are at home, just point to your head and you're probably gonna get it. It's just a part of your brain. It's just like if you're in an emergency, it's either fight or flight, and you make a split second to decide which. But yeah, essentially, it's kind of easy how to swim. You just like people just overthink it a lot. People like really just think too hard about it and be like really care about every precise movement they make, but really that's not the issue.
It's pretty simple.
Well, it's just like it's the simplest thing, but the hardest thing, which is like clear your mind and stop thinking about things.
Yeah, I mean, that's also what you should do while floating, because if you freak out too much, you're not going to float.
Yeah, no, when you're floating, you have to, like, completely empty your mind.
And
it's
like, so peaceful when you do. I hate when the water goes into my ears.
I hate when the pee-pee of mine sticks out, and I'm, like, so self-conscious, like, what if they could see it? Let me hide myself in the water. But then, like I also submerge myself and drown. I'm like, what if people could see my bulge? And then... if I'm floating, people could easily see my bulge, and that makes me, like, feel weird, and then, like, I start tossing.
Get better swimsuit trunks.
I don't have swimsuits. I have shorts.
You should get trunks.
Well, I'm not about to fucking go buy trunks when there's, like, other things I could buy.
Okay, whatever.
I don't know. People were like, oh, wear your trunks. I'm like, fucking...
Oh, my God.
What?
Okay, I want to talk about what happened last night. So, last night at my house... My mom came into my room and she was just telling me about her day, what she did. I'm like, all right, that's good. And I told her, Mom, I'm hungry. And she's like, what? Why didn't you tell me earlier? I would have picked you something up. And I'm like, I didn't think I'd be hungry because I had a big lunch. She's like, well, all right, I'll check the fridge for you. And I'm like, thank you, because I was too lazy to get up from bed. She went to go check the fridge, and out of nowhere, she heard while the fridge door is open, she heard a pop noise, kind of like a...
Okay.
And she looked up, She's like squatting down, looking in the fridge, really looking for something to eat. We gotta go grocery shopping. Everything in our fridge needs to be cooked. She's looking up, and the broom is there. It's smack down right in the middle of the door. It's just leaning on the fridge door. And the way that my kitchen is set up, there's nowhere that the broom could have been leaning in which it fell in that position. It was angled in a way that somebody had placed it there. Like, if it fell from somewhere else, it'd have more of a wider angle. The tip of the broom, the very top of it, would be almost touching the top of the fridge, but it wasn't. It was like halfway point in the broomstick.
Okay,
and I have a video. I'll show you later.
Okay, I don't know. I have my doubts about that because that could have very easily been just like, rare circumstance, rare coincidence that it just fell in a weird way.
Everybody's been telling me that. I told Jariah. I just told you. I told my boyfriend Marcus. They all try to give me an explanation for it because it's because they care about me and they know I freak out a lot over this. I know you care, and you're trying to help me understand that it wasn't paranormal, but it's fucking paranormal.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just because like those people find paranormal things bullshit. I know Jariah believes in ghosts and whatever, but like I don't know how your boyfriend thinks about it. But I fucking paranormal things don't exist.
He doesn't think they exist either.
Yeah, exactly. We don't believe in their existence. And, like, Dry is a skeptic. He's always like, that's probably not what happened.
It freaks me out. And I'm freaked out to sleep at night. I don't like my place at night. I really don't. Especially if the room I'm in, it was previously my aunt's room. And, her and her husband used to be there. But they moved out. But the point is, it was previously her room. And she experienced one of her worst sleep paralysis moments in there. No one was home. She was taking a nap, and all of a sudden she felt pressure down on her chest, like somebody was sitting on her chest, pushing down her chest, and she couldn't breathe. Like she really felt like she couldn't breathe. And there's a lamp right next to her bed. She went to go and try to turn it on, but it's like a switch. She tried to turn it on, and it was working perfectly fine before she took the nap because she specifically remembered that. Mm-hmm. She tried to turn it on while all of this was happening, and it wasn't working. The light wasn't turning on. She was flicking it. It wasn't working. And all that she felt was the pressure on her chest, and the pressure on the chest was slowly moving up to her neck, and she felt like she was choking. She couldn't breathe. So this is what she did to get out of it. She just closed her eyes, started to calm down. She was trying to calm herself down, and she started praying to God because she's religious. Hey, she's religious. She started praying to God, and it worked. And as soon as she was able to breathe, she like gasped for air, kind of breathed. The light turned on because the switch was, on the side in which it turns on. It's fucking creepy shit.
But that's just sleep paralysis. That's just I feel like it might not just be only sleep paralysis. It might be like something weird with the mind. But it's just like. Yeah, that just, that doesn't mean anything's paranormal going on. It just means, she experienced, a really bad, what was it called?
Extraterrestrial?
No, fucking paralysis.
Okay. Well then, how about the time that we were all, you and everybody...
No, because that was, okay, I will admit, that was freaky as fuck.
So coincidental.
It was freaky as fuck, and
okay,
the timing
you
was...
tell it.
Okay, so basically, we're at her house, and, it's me and a couple of guys, and we're, the lights are off, and we're all telling ghost stories, like a fucking bunch of teenagers in movies, and, we're telling ghost stories, and we're freaking each other out. I wasn't freaked out, though, or, or a couple of the guys there, they were like, that's bullshit.
Only me and, Skippy were freaking out.
Yeah, because you guys are, the only ones who really believe in that shit.
I don't like the dark, and I don't like scary things. They make me cry. I cry over, the smallest things. I wouldn't let you guys turn off the lights. Remember, I'm like, alright, if you're gonna turn off all the lights, you're opening the windows for some fucking sunlight.
No, but that really would have ruined everything. It's just
but the windows were open a bit.
I guess.
So go on.
But yeah, we tried to turn out as much lights as Sharon let us. And we were telling spooky stories. And I think it was, somebody was telling a story, and it was about,
It was Austin. He was telling
it was about, a cabin in the woods that he found, and like, oh, the guy went in. It was like, oh, the paintings are around, but turns out there are windows.
Yeah, that freaked me out. Like,
no, you asked, do the paintings change? Okay, so here's how the story went. Like, okay, I went into the cabin and I saw some paintings, and your first question was, "Oh my God, do the paintings change?" And I remember that.
That'd be creepy. What if you
That
woke
is
up the next
fucking
morning and the paintings changed?
That's cliche horror film shit.
And then as soon as he finished telling the story and he said that the paintings were actually windows, I was like, whoa!
Okay, yeah, you said that, and I was like, wow, you are afraid of horror movie cliches.
I'm afraid of almost everything. I don't appreciate, though, when a movie is mainly based off of jump scares. Like, it gets me. It still gets me, but it's like, come on.
But, like, yeah, you're scared of horror movie cliches, and that is, damn. But point is, like, he was telling the story, and, like, everyone's, like, all quiet except for him, and then all of a sudden we hear, and we were freaking out, dude.
And I swear to God, it came from the window.
Yeah, like, Sharon was pointing, it came from the window, it came from the window. Of course, like, I put, like, a total Shaggy move, and, like, I went on my friend that was telling the story. And everybody was flipping out. We were like, holy shit, dude, holy shit. Yeah, like, I was starting to lose my shit a bit.
I told you, weird shit happens at my place.
No, but it was like, I started flipping out a bit. I wasn't like totally like thinking we were gonna die or whatever. Like, but I was like, oh shit, that's weird. But eventually, me and the guy telling the story, we had to check it out. We thought it was from the room, and like we like had a conversation. Like, did you do that? And
because I actually had a conversation.
Yeah, because like I thought Austin did it.
I was like,
Austin, did you do it? And he was like, no, did you do it? I was like, holy shit, dude. Honestly, that's
not the first time I've heard a knock on a window in my place. So that knock came from the living room window, and we were in the we were on the dining table. The living room window was like all the way across on the other end.
It was pretty close.
I guess it's close enough. So, I was younger. This is when I believed in creepypastas and shit. God, I don't even want to go into that.
I didn't touch Majora's Mask after reading Ben Drown for a while.
Really?
Yeah, and I was really enjoying the game, but like it just got too creepy for me after that Ben Drown creepypasta. I had to put it down for a while, but then I finished it later. But
okay, so I was home alone. I don't like being home alone, so usually I keep my door closed. I don't lock it though, because no one's home. This is when I started locking it when I'm home alone. So I was on the bed. I think I was reading creepypastas. Or I was doing something. I was on my phone. I was doing something. And out of nowhere, there's no music playing, no noise. Out of nowhere, I hear.
Oh, it was that kind of knock?
Yeah.
Then that's a human. Holy shit.
It was either 5 knocks or it was 1. It scared the shit out of me.
Okay, if it's this, then it's not scary.
Okay.
If it's that's scary.
I think it was 5. So I was on my bed. In my bed in my old room in the place that I'm living in, I shared with my mom. It was right next to a window. And I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, that came from the fucking window. And I'm just, my 13/12-year-old brain thinking, is that Jeff the Killer?
Oh, God. It's just, I don't know, because, like, once your mother came home that night, like, we were telling the scary stories and shit, like, from before you cut me off.
Sorry. Go on.
Your mother came home and, like, she checked it out, and she was like, it's just the fucking aglets of the window or whatever.
Aglets? Nigga, aglets are...
I know they're for shoes, but what do you call them?
It was wires. You know those satellite blah blah blahs?
No, it's for the fucking sheet.
It was connected to the building, and it was a wire, and occasionally when it's windy outside, it taps on the windows.
Oh, I thought it was, like, the curtain thing.
No, but I was looking at it, because I know exactly where that thing is. If anything, that thing is closer to my old bedroom window, about the story I was just telling, than the living room windows. That thing is high up there. I doubt it touched the living room window. That was fucking weird.
I don't know. Like, I still refuse to believe in ghosts. It's all, I don't believe it.
I do. And it freaks me out, because the more I believe it and the more power I give to it, the more I think they're going to come and get me.
But what would a ghost want to do with you? They'll just be fucking for you for fun. What?
Exactly. I get scared so easily. If you were a ghost, wouldn't you haunt me in your past life to get some laughs?
Well, yeah, because I knew you.
But, okay, so there was that. I heard those knocks, and I freaked out. And usually what I do when I freak out is I stay in the same spot I was in, and I stay still. I stay fucking still. I'm not like those people in the movies who's like, hello, is anyone there? And I'm also not like those other people in the movies that are like, nah, I'm out. You know, and then fucking jump out a window or some shit.
I think I'm the hello, is anybody there?
Really?
Yeah, because no, I'm not. I don't believe
cliches.
It. No, I'm not like. Oh, I'm not scared, but it's just like I'm like
Yeah.
Hey, so what do you want exactly?
It's your boy.
No, I'm like I try to be like entertaining with it because it's just like hey, so if you're a ghost, knock once. Okay, I guess that's the end of this conversation. But if you are there, do you want to listen to this thing I've been writing? Honestly, yeah, I'm just like that kind of person. Like, I know they don't exist, but if they do, I'm talking to them, and I'm like, is this for the time I took that piece of candy from someone?
Oh, man. But, okay, so back to the 5 knock thing. I got freaked out. I stayed in the spot I was in until, like, maybe an hour later. I swear I was there staying still for an hour. Dude, if there was a killer in my house, I'd be dead. That's when I either stayed, like, there completely still and silent, or I called my mom. But I do remember calling my mom. I called her, and I'm like, Mom, I just heard the freakiest shit. And she's like, what is it? Because this is around the time I kept on telling her, Mom, I just heard some freaky shit. Mom. Actually, just last night, I called her in the middle of the night because I heard some freaky shit happening outside my door. I called her. She was in her room probably sleeping. I'm like, Mom. So, okay, I called her. She was like, okay, we'll go check the living room. Like, I'm too scared to. She's like, well, then, you know, accept your fate at this point. And there was no one there. And no other occurrence ever happened like that again other than the usual noises I hear. And now I'm starting to think I might be a little bit schizophrenic because I'm hearing shit that other people don't hear, or I'm, like, seeing shit. But it's not severe, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't put that under schizophrenic, but
Oh, schizophrenic's things you hear.
Well, yeah, but like I wouldn't like label you as having that.
I know.
But
this other time, I swear I heard my aunt calling my name from her room.
Well, that's common. Like,
but she wasn't there. No one
That's common, really. Like, I hear my people say my name all the time. I turn around and turns out nobody's there. It's like, I read online that it's a sign of a healthy mind.
What?
Because, like, I've read on, like, fucking, like, I don't know, like, online that's, like,
Women.
if you have a healthy mind, you sometimes hear your name said by people, and you think it's somebody calling you, but it turns out nobody called you.
That doesn't sound healthy.
Yeah, that kind of confused me, but I'm pretty sure there's some online article that says that. It's probably not true, but, like, I don't know, it says that. But,
I'm skeptical about that. You got any other stories?
I don't believe in ghosts, you know, because, like...
You had nothing paranormal happen to you.
Yeah, and that's the thing that bothers me. Like, you know, I know more dead people than you do.
We should all have a sleepover at my place. Sleepover. Hello, guys.
Okay, so very...
I'm not kidding. Because I heard some weird shit last night, and I know half of it was in my grandma. Except for when I was about to knock out, and then all I heard was...
Ha, funny joke.
Because I'm not kidding. Her bedroom is, like, right in the living room. And she farts sometimes, and it's the loudest shit, bro. I swear the neighbors can hear it.
Yeah, you don't want me sleeping over. I fart.
You're sleeping next to the boys.
Whatever. Point is, I know a lot of dead people. Like, people I was very close to. And the thing is, like, they haven't really went out to me. They haven't, like, tried to reach out to me.
Maybe they're guardian angels and they're watching over you.
Yeah, but, like, people are like, oh, this ghost, oh, they did this to me, they did this to me. These ghosts aren't doing anything to me. And, like, that either means, A, ghosts don't exist, or B, they don't care about me. And I really don't want to believe that, so I don't believe in ghosts either.
Damn.
It's just, like... I don't know, like, I know a lot of people that died with regrets, and, like, people are like, oh, ghosts, like, just go to heaven when they don't have regrets or anything. And, like, you hear that, right? Like,
yeah,
in, like,
I do, but
games
it's not
and shit.
true. You could...
How can you tell that's not true? You don't know if ghosts are real or not.
I say it's not true because I kind of look into this stuff just a little bit. I don't know, like, every fucking thing.
That's, like...
But, so when you die and you become a ghost, imagine you're a good ghost. Let's say you go up to heaven, if there is a heaven or a hell.
Okay.
Let's say you go there. And if you don't go there, let's say you go nowhere. Some people say you go nowhere and it's pitch dark for the rest of your life and you're just there living.
You're nowhere. Not living.
I know, you're just a thought in darkness.
No, people are like, oh, it's like sleeping but forever.
Yeah. And then another one I heard is you go to limbo, which is you're still on Earth, but you can't interact with anybody or anything, and you see these other entities.
I would love
that. Are darker.
I would prefer that, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
You can get hurt by those other guys.
Wait.
Those ghost guys. I told you there's other.
I could get hurt by ghost guys here.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Ghost? Oh, I think it's Patrick Swayze.
The movie's just called Ghost?
Yeah, so it's about this couple. Sorry, spoilers. It's about this couple that the man in the relationship dies. They just got a new place. I think he fell out the window. No, he didn't. I forgot how he died. There was some guy killed him because this guy liked his girl. And I think he went as far as the killing. I don't even know. I could be saying all the wrong things, but the point is that while he was dead, he was in limbo, and he came in contact with this other ghost who could move things through, like, energy of his aggression, because this ghost guy was angry, and he taught him how to move things so that he could protect his girlfriend while she's alive and he's dead, because the guy that killed him was trying to, like, you know... But my point is, while the ghost guy that was there, and I swear his name is Patrick Swayze, I don't know, like, the actual guy's name, he saw other entities there. He eventually got the guy that killed him killed, and this guy was dragged back. He was dragged down to hell, like, with some old, movie graphics. Dragged down to hell through these black ghost-looking things, kind of like Dementors, and, yeah. But there are other things there, darker things.
But that was a movie and has no bearing on if ghosts are real or not.
But there are conspiracies.
Yeah, and there are conspiracies about Obama being a reptile. He's not a fucking reptile.
Alright, but Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, so there's heaven, hell, limbo, nothing, and then reincarnation.
I don't believe in nothing. I would love if reincarnation was a thing.
I think reincarnation is a thing. Some people, imagine you lived a bad life, right?
Okay.
And it was all by choice. You go up to heaven and God's like, you gotta start over again.
That's one religion. I forget which one.
Just imagine that happens. So he sends you back reincarnated as a baby. You know, you start from the very beginning. Maybe in a better situation, better place, better people, so that you can learn from those mistakes. Keep learning, and eventually maybe you'll get into heaven.
But in reincarnation, you retain no memories from a past life.
That scares the shit out of me because...
You're gonna forget everything.
I don't want to forget all of you guys.
Well, you're going to.
I know if reincarnation is real.
Well, if anything's real, except heaven or hell.
Yeah. So, do you want to hear another conspiracy made up by my mom, actually? And it's pretty fucking wacky.
Your mom makes up some weird conspiracies.
It's beyond my belief. Like, I kind of believe it, kind of don't. So, just to set the mood, my mom believes in lizard people.
Like, legitimately?
Yeah, she watched this 5-hour thing on YouTube that spoke of this guy who had an encounter with a lizard woman. And he dubbed her voice with a robot voice as if she was speaking because he couldn't actually get her voice. My point is, her conspiracy is that we are all actually aliens that volunteer to go down to Earth and inhabit it, take notes and learn and collect data, and then when we die we go back up there and they decide whether or not we've collected enough, or if we did good in this life, or if we need to go back, fix something, or just live a better life, or collect more data. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck have you been smoking?
If that was true, then it would already be over. Like, people have known all this data for about the entire world for years now.
I don't believe that. Did you know that we know more
about space than ocean?
Yes. Yeah. The water on our own planet.
Then why aren't there more lizard people fucking exploring that?
Actually, she has a conspiracy about that too. Lizard people already roamed the Earth way before us, and Aliens roamed the earth before us. That's why when you go into the Pyramid of Giza and you look at the architecture, people today can't rebuild the pyramids. They can't. Architecturally, they cannot. They've tried. You cannot. So when you go inside and you look at the hieroglyphics, yeah, you see some humans, you see some god-type figures, but you also see these weird, inhumane-looking things. And people's conspiracies about that was that they were aliens. Duh!
Was my first my brain just thought of like insulting your mother, but I know I can't do that. She's a nice lady. Oh, so she pays for my food sometimes. If you're listening to this, she won't listen to this, right?
If I tell her about it, I might.
Please don't.
Okay.
She's a nice lady, but that is not true.
It's just so far-fetched.
Like, there's a lot of things that I don't think are true. Religion, aliens, ghost. But that theory does not exist. I can firmly say that. Because, like, if lizards... Are you saying, like, lizards are us people, but we don't know that we're lizards?
Yeah.
But...
And every time you shed, that's you taking a poop. You shed inwards. That's actually just what I said. That's
that's nothing.
And I don't think that's true. I'm just saying shit.
Yeah, if that was true, then, like, people would be a lot more focused on learning about things, but they're not. Yeah, they would at least, like, make us want to do shit in our lives, because there's some people that live in their house all day and do nothing.
But that's also an experience. Feelings, different types of feelings, different types of way of living.
Well, everyone's felt something.
Yeah, and everybody's
Why do
different.
we need this much data of the same thing?
So maybe they're trying to create the perfect replica of a human.
Or we're on Earth as human beings, and it just ended up like this, and there's no fucking lizard people.
Yeah, I'd like to believe my lizard isn't collecting data on me, and I hope that's not the reason why she stares at me for hours on end.
Now, if you're talking about birds, this would be a much different conversation.
Whoa, let's get into birds, bro.
Actually, no.
Okay, fine. Birds, next episode.
Okay, but, like, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that I just plain out stupid. And I love conspiracy theories. I love reading up on that. Like, fucking the Flight Malaysia.
Oh my
370.
God. Yep.
That really got me interested. I really, got into that. And, I know, it's not really particularly true by any means, but, I really enjoyed that. It was a fun time.
It really was. And then I learned most of it through Shane Dawson, because he did some research, and I know, he's known for a lot of his conspiracy theories.
Well, that's the videos that people really enjoy, because people really enjoy this creepy shit. But I researched it on my own, and I found, a lot more information. I forgot everything by now, but it was just, the world was supposed to end, last year in March, not May, or whatever.
Jeez.
But the day passed, and nobody really gave a shit. But,
who was gonna end?
Basically...
And, I'm like, where the fuck did that flight go?
For those of you who don't know, in 2011, I think it was...
Yeah.
Flight Malaysia 370, I believe. 370. Mm-hmm. It just vanished off the face of the earth. A plane was going to Malaysia, and had 4 Americans, I believe, and, a whole bunch of Malaysians. Malaysians.
You're saying it weird. You're saying Malaysians. It's Malaysians.
Malaysians. I never knew that was a real country before this. State, whatever.
Go on.
Point is, the plane went, and then it just disappeared. It didn't crash anywhere. Nobody was able to find the crash site. Nobody was able to find where it went. It just poofed into the face of the earth. But,
that's crazy. Imagine there's... I'm sorry, go on.
No, what? Imagine there's
some place, something on the earth where you can go and you just disappear.
People say the Bermuda Triangle.
That was actually the first conspiracy theory I've ever gotten into. That's what got me into all the conspiracy theories.
I never really got into that.
And I got into the Bermuda Triangle by watching Scooby-Doo's fucking movie. It was like they were on a cruise ship.
I don't know. My first exposure to that was the Sweet Life on Deck episode, where they passed the Bermuda Triangle, and they kept on having to repeat the same day over and over again, and until Zach or Cody got it right or whatever. Point is, anyways, back to Malaysia Flight 370. It crashed. Nobody was able to find it, but But then some guy on his phone got this code, and this voicemail, and it was like Alpha, Delta, Delta.
Yeah.
And it was a code that basically meant, save our ship. It's not human. Please help us. It's not human.
That gives me chills.
No, but that shit's very interesting.
Very interesting, but like, what the fuck? I want more information on this.
The point is, like, somebody said, what if that's a black box recording? What if that's the last thing that happened on that ship?
That is. Well, supposedly.
No. I feel like it got debunked, yeah. Like, that, like, black box don't work like that. That's not how they work. You know, they record something, but they don't record what's going on in the cockpit or whatever. I don't know exactly how it works because it's been a long time since I read up on this. Yeah. But like that's not how black box works.
I think it was some guy on Twitter or Tumblr. No, it was Twitter. He got like a hold of the audio.
That was the guy that got the voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
And then
right, the voicemail.
And then people were like, "Oh, what if that's the last thing that they heard? It wasn't human. What if it was an alien on that ship?" He got
it that day?
No, this was like a couple months later. And then, like...
And how are we sure they connect, you know?
Exactly. Like, this entire thing's flawed. And then, like, it seems like the guy's innocent. Like, it's like the Twitter guy that got the voicemail. He seems like a victim of this. But, like, people were, like, at his house. People were taking pictures.
Yeah, it was getting, like... It was getting real rowdy.
Yeah, but, like, I'm not sure, like, how cool that guy is or how legitimate his shit is. But, and then, like, some other shit happened, like... Basically, it just escalated more and more and, like, got more messages, and the world's gonna end on this day, and it's just gonna end again.
People have been preaching the end of the world forever. I remember the first time I heard it, I was actually in the pool in Florida, like, our apartment complex area had a public pool for everybody in the buildings, but nobody really went, so it was just me and my mom, and she told me, it was either her I don't think she told me. I think it was my aunt because she always liked to get under my skin. She told me, "Hey, did you know the world was supposed to end today?" And I immediately was like, "What?"
That seems like something you would like.
You know what else I did? She said all the good people will float to heaven. There's gonna be a blue beam of light that takes everybody else to heaven, and everybody else just stays here. You know what I did to prepare? Because I was like, I'm a good kid. They're gonna take me. I started to float in the pool.
Okay.
I was floating for like 2 hours.
That's weird. But yeah, people thought it was gonna end in the year 2000. That's why we got a huge baby spike that year.
Baby what?
Baby spike.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, because like it was the year 2000, and then people were like, "Oh, it's not gonna fit on the calendar or whatever. 1999 is the last year we have. So once it turns 2000, the world's gonna end because fucking math."
It was the Mayans.
Well, basically, and that's why a lot of people had unprotected sex before that, because they're like, we're gonna die anyways, we don't have to worry about the consequences. But then it didn't fucking end, and so they were all stuck pregnant. And, like, this was a time where abortion was iffy, so they decided to just have those babies.
Wow.
And that's how a majority of people were born into 2000s. And then it was supposed to end 2010. And
I was born in 2000.
You're probably, end of the world baby.
No, I wasn't.
I
know that I was like a Valentine's Day baby.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
But, then people thought the world was going to end in 2010. I don't even fucking know why. I think some people were bored that year. Then 2012, because 12, 12, 12. Oh, and then lately, the Malaysian 71.
What's the latest thing we know of, though? Like, abnormality within the world?
Nothing really.
Right?
It's
been a bit uneventful. I mean, other than...
We never had anything. It was just, like, stupid people being stupid. But
there is Trump and, North Korea and the supposed war.
Are you talking about, like, war and shit?
Yeah.
I thought you were just talking about, like, weird paranormal things.
I'm talking about weird paranormal things that happen in the world, but also maybe instances where people were like, the world's gonna end today. Because I heard something about, April of this year.
Okay.
I think April. I can't remember what it was, but it's like somebody saying, oh, the world's gonna end. And obviously I ignored it because I'm like, yeah, sure, buddy.
I don't know. People are predicting any day now. Like, it could happen any day. Like, it could.
It could happen right now. Ah, it's a meteor, Justin.
I'm not editing that in. We're just gonna end this. Sharon, stop.
I'm dying.
It messes up the recording when you scream this out loud.
I'm dying.
Okay, so we're just gonna end this regularly. No meteor, because we did that second episode because we ran out of recording space. Okay, so do you want to say anything to the people?
I'm bleeding out. Justin's not helping me. He's just standing there and laughing.
I'm not laughing.
Because I can hear you.
Okay. We're just gonna end this very normally. So thank you for listening to the Bare Bones Podcast. You can listen to us on YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Pinecast, and if you want me to put it on somewhere else, then let me know, and I probably won't answer you. But it doesn't hurt to try. Do you have anything to say before we close out?
If you're gonna die in front of your podcast friend, make sure they're a good enough podcast friend to not laugh at you.
I haven't laughed this whole time.
But seriously though, next time let's get into birds.
No.
Fuck yeah, bro. Pigeons are watching us. They're controlled by the government.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Baby pigeon? No. Have you?
No.
Are they cute? Oh, you just said no. Anyways, guys, tune in next time.
Baby pigeons don't exist because pigeons are just manufactured spy cameras. Holy
shit!
That's where I was going, yeah.